That's a long one, I gotta say. Let's see. Natural sun. Hmm. Oops. Well, if this is rebroadcast worthy, you're seeing this on YouTube right now, but nobody's here yet, so you would be the only people seeing this. Birch. Sterile Birch. So I'm inviting people. That's what you're seeing right now. It's very important work. Hello, one person. I'm still inviting people. Ronald, how are you? I'm just over here scrolling through the list of friends to invite. You know, if they all would just go to the little bell thing and click it, and, you know, get notifications when I go live, I wouldn't have to do all this crap. Another Feral Queen. Oh my God. I can invite all of the Feral Queen's accounts. I know how it is. Oh, not ghosts. Let's see. Jane. Okay. What are you whispering about over there? Butterfly. Hey, whoever you are. Let's see. Okay, I already invited those people, so I'm just scrolling through the list. Whoever said, hey, uncle, hey, how are you? I think I invited. Oh, God. Okay, hey, invite your friends. Invite your enemies. Invite whoever you want over here, because I'm sick of inviting people. Let's see. I'm just going Spirit Talk. Eric. Carmita, I think I already invited. Jim Norman, Jim Sayers. I never invite Sigrid. I never invite Kimberly, so I should. Johnny Alvarado. I think I am done. Uncle Birch coming to you live, New Orleans. How are y'all? Hey, Angie, Nikki, I just invited you. About to go to the grocery store, but you should come up in the box, just walk around the grocery store and show us what they have. The Unicorn, how are you? Keys something, I missed it. Bree Witch is here. Hey, how are you? I'm just looking at the people. Thank you for liking the live. Yep, see, the people that are used to coming here, they know what to do. You start liking it, you're just sitting there not doing anything, might as well poke at the screen. If we get more love, then the haters can give hate, then we win. And as I think as Zephyr Green just figured out, you can sit there and hate on the live, just report it unlimited times. One person. Yeah, really that crap? I love listening to you. Hey, Oscar, how are you? Bree Witch is liking alive. Carmen Miranda, hello. Uncle Birch coming to you live from New Orleans. We've been doing this thing for the last couple times so we don't talk about all the stupid shit. Ask Uncle Birch. I've been teaching witchcraft for about 45 plus years. And I do this kind of thing, especially when I have a new class. I have a level 3 witch school just started, and it's a great group of people so far. Um, a lot of interesting emails back and forth from them, and we've only had one class in the month so far. So, and people seem pretty enthused. So, when I do that kind of thing, it's been a couple of years since I taught a class, full course like that. The others are recorded way before this. It helps me keep my teaching muscles strong, and hopefully helps the community. Just, you got a question about witchcraft or magic, or about anything, unless you ask me about fuckery that I'm not going to talk about, I will try and come up with an answer. If we get some experienced witches in here that want to jump in the box, we can all play the game. Everybody can give their own answer and see how our answers differ. And that's very beneficial as well. Get several answers from several different people and see what they have to say.
Such a great day.
Oh, I thought you were reading Marjorie Taylor Greene.
Oh,
God.
I'm happy.
Okay, good.
Great weather. Great weather.
Oscar. Yes, level 1, I mean, that's the closest I have to a beginner class. Level 1 will be starting October 1st. There are older bundled versions of the level 1 that you can, get at a reduced price, download them all, binge watch a year's worth of stuff if you want. Some people do that too. The millennial witches don't want to take a year in a day just because it's traditional. So you just go over to gumroad.com/witch school, WITCHSKEWL, or I believe, yes, I got my link tree up finally. They gave me a place for my link tree. So if you go to my profile, hit my link tree, click on classes, that'll take you over there to Gumroad. But in case I put this on YouTube later, it's Gumroad, like gum on your shoe, and the road you walk down to get the gum on your shoe, .com/witch school, which is of course WITCHSKEWL. If you follow me over there, you will get notified when the level 1 class or any other classes get launched, or you get notified about the tarot sales, which we're having one over there now. Usually do that when we get a new class started, so the new kids can get readings at a reduced price and stuff. I finally got to 1K when I get back. Oh, cool. Oh yeah, so that means when you're back from the grocery store, you'll be able to get in a box. Cool. Actually been having people look you up to show your real, and they lose their minds, and it's great. I don't know. I get this, fanboy kind of stuff sometimes, especially like at Hexfest or something like that. These people come up, and I remember one time there was one of my students that was afraid to come up and say hi, and a boyfriend did. And a guy I was in touch with them for a long time.
I remember.
Yeah, he was like in the military and stuff.
My name starts with an E.
Yeah, and he came over and said, "Yeah, my girlfriend's in your class, and she's afraid to come over here." I go, "What the fuck?" And when people come up, it's like, "Hey, how the fuck are you?" And I give them a big hug. I don't play that shit. I have a certain level of fame in sub communities, not sub community, subcultures. In certain subcultures, I'm a big fucking deal, and but I don't act like that. I'm not weird to people. Just come up, fucking say hi.
I don't act like you're a big deal.
Sometimes you do, baby. You sometimes are just mentioned in witch gossip. Yes, I know. All good though. Really? No, you're not listening to the right gossip, man. There's bad gossip out there.
West Coast?
Yeah, you're from the West Coast? No, the West Coast, I'm sure there's some bad gossip out there, especially our whole town.
That was my point.
Yeah. But now we got worldwide drama.
From the South.
Everybody's Marta laughing. Everybody's laughing. What the fuck was I saying before Marta chimed in and fucked it all up? I'm sure it was something really, really important, right? Yeah.
I think that's my job.
Yeah, you have many jobs. Some of them you're good at. But we can't talk about that here. We get a community guidelines violation. You know what I'm saying?
Shut
You know what I'm
up.
saying? Um, nag usually just is what did I miss with things? Some things happen in here. I don't know. My lesbian cousin. But nag is funny because one time there was this person in one of our communities named Hold on, let me tell a story before
Okay.
your song.
Okay.
Najia. And people called Najia Nudge. And Marta, in response to her one time, nobody knows how to spell nudge. You know, you're not going to do Nudge
Why
because it
didn't know
doesn't look.
that she had a
Because
nickname at all?
it was Nudge, you know, it was Najia. So
Nagia.
So Marta responded to her with Nag.
And in my head, I heard it as Naj.
And
she read it as Nag.
That started a flame war that continues to this day. That person hates us.
That's only because she needed a reason to hate us.
Yeah. People looking
Normal people don't do that.
Orums, how are you? Yeah, see, Orums. I met Orums, you know. He said it was the best hug he ever had.
We had brunch with Orums.
Absolutely. The Netherlands was too long for my chat. Right on. Uncle Birch coming to you live from New Orleans. So if you have questions about witchcraft or magic, you can fire away. If you have questions about anything else, fire away. If we have other experienced practitioners that want to get out here and expose themselves to answering questions from people that want to learn, test their teaching muscles, hit the thing. Get in the box. You know what I'm saying? Get in the box. Show your. There you go. I was specifically, and I knew she'd jump in there.
Hey, Birch.
Hi.
I have a question.
You have a question? Well, you're in the box.
Yes, I do. Or I have a topic to talk about.
Okay.
Doing spellcraft inside of a home versus outside and the effects of electricity.
Oh. We are surrounded in our houses by an electromagnetic field that tends to disrupt a lot of what we're trying to do. Magic follows similar rules to electricity. Having another source of electricity all around us fucks shit up. That's turning off the lights is one thing that we do, but we still have it in the walls. So it is a path of resistance we need to overcome. But I always, when I'm looking, when somebody comes in, or in my shop or something, or when somebody comes to me and they think they're cursed, first question I have is, how you sleeping? If I find out they're not sleeping well, I say, well, what time of night would you find yourself not sleeping well? If it's 3, 4 in the morning, red light. Now we need to look. I say, okay, when you are woken up and not able to sleep 3, 4 in the morning, what is your impulse? I'm looking for a fight or a flight. If I have those two impulses when that person's awoken, then there's our next red light. Is your impulse to run to the light switch and flip on the light? That'll be our third red light, because the subconscious knows it's under attack. It's waking you up so you're not vulnerable to the attack, but it can't communicate to you in English. It can communicate to you in emotional impulses. The animal mind is, survived out there in the bush with everything wanting to eat it. It's still in our fucking heads. It's, maybe out here on TikTok, everybody is wanting to eat us. It is a jungle out here. But our animal mind knows that if we flip on that light, that burst of electrical photonics in a room will disrupt most spiritual energies. They can and do reassemble. So what I always say is, like, when you do that, after you turn on the light and stuff, it's not time to go back to sleep. It's time to start burning things and waving your arms around. Wow, hey, good little subject. Took me on a tangent. Yeah.
All right, so let me give you my take on it. So when I moved to this house, I made the choice and decision not to do any baneful workings inside my home. So I took all my baneful workings. Now I still store my baneful items inside the home. I will get everything together and I take it outside. And I will have to say, just by doing that, my baneful workings carried faster, further, and harder. Um, when I do workings from 11 p.m. to 3 a.m., my workings normally do better as well because, yes, the electrical current is lower at that time because the vast majority of people are asleep. Less electricity is being used. So it does play a part.
Yeah,
It does.
One of the reasons I cannot live in a place that doesn't have a yard, because my important magical workings are going to be done outside. Even in Palo, if I need to work with my Lucero, he's coming out here in the backyard. Not going to be in the house. And that electromagnetic field in our walls, like if you do baneful workings in the house, that's the kind of stuff that sometimes doesn't make it out of that field. You're going to have that stuff floating around your house.
Yeah.
Maybe if I'm doing good workings, the prosperity stuff is floating around the house because it can't get out of that field too. But I've always told the story when we, the first hurricane we went through here, we had a power outage for about 8 hours. That was the worst of it. But I got up to pee in the middle of the night, and it was like the ballroom scene from the Haunted Mansion. There were so many spirits in this fucking house from the 18 damn hundreds. They're just having a party.
And I saw this.
Yeah, Marta saw it too, and it's like, and this is where a witch shows their mettle, their reaction when stuff actually goes bump in the night. I went, hey, how you doing, y'all? Good to see you. And went to the bathroom and took a piss.
We didn't talk about it till the next morning.
Yeah, Marta had a similar experience, and we didn't, until I said something, she didn't say anything. It was just like, of course, house full of spirits. Why not? The Queen Mary.
I'm full of questions today. I actually have another question.
Well, hold on, wait a minute before you go there. Nikki, I actually, being a cop in the Port of Long Beach, I got to take the private tour of the Queen Mary stuff because, the security people were my friends. That was part of my beat was the Queen Mary. And we got to go down in the bowels of the ship and see the ghost tour that's not on the fucking map. So, I was also a witch when I was a cop, of course. Bree, what did you have?
Okay. Being a longtime practitioner, is there any occult item that you would not have in your home? And I'll go first. I don't do dolls. Poppets, yes, because they're temporary. I know a lot of people like haunted dolls and so forth. I think that's good on you, but it's just never been my thing.
Yeah. Hey, Kelly, my witch sister. How are you? I don't want to have graveyard dirt in the house.
Really?
Yeah. There's enough spirits in this fucking house. I mean, literally, it's 1800s, man. I don't know how many people passed away in this house, but they're all here, including a child that likes to gather our old Christmas ornaments and put them in a pile. So don't want more of that. But it reminded me of the story that I just heard. I was actually I'm reading the transcripts of my level 1 class to get them ready to be in a book. And apparently I went so far as to tell the story where I was just talking to Marta about this too. So how we put our divination tools under our pillow, at least in the beginning, about a month at least. We sleep on them. And I always did that with my tarot. And then when I got into Palo, we had these chumalongos. And chumalongos were blessed with blood. and they were sacrificed to Pom in a grander ritual that I won't go and describe. And our Tata, at a certain point, our priest Impalo, just stopped answering questions. Literally blocked us on Facebook one day, just cut us off. And it's like, I now I don't know if he neglected us or if it was a greater purpose. I'm probably giving him too much credit, but I, as a priest, see the logic in that, and I tell people that I will lead you up the ladder, and if you keep looking back for my approval or me to lead you over the fucking ladder, I'm going to kick the ladder out from under you. I'm going to lead you halfway down the path. You're relying on me to show you the path. I'm going to disappear off the fucking path, and you're going to have to figure it out your damn self. Now, I'm probably giving my Tata way too much credit, but I just try and think maybe that was the fucking thing. So we just had to figure that out ourselves. So since the Chumalongos are a divination tool, I figured, well, you know, in my witch brain, I put the divination tools under my pillow. Chumalongos are all about the dead. It's a necromantic religion. It was a bad idea. My friend Candelo had to set me straight. So I still would probably have the Chumalongos in the house, but I wrapped them in silk when I had them, so that energy couldn't get out. So a lot of things that I may not want to have in the house, I'm going to wrap in silk, and that energy is not going to get out anyway.
Yeah. So, Moon Magic asked the question of regarding baneful. What baneful herbs to use for night terrors?
I'm going to go nightshade and mugwort. Maybe one other, because I think I want an active. Nightshade, mugwort, and that one right fucking there. The bell plant, god damn it.
Trumpet?
Yeah, the angel's trumpet. I'm trying to think of the other name. All right, angel's trumpet. Look it up. It'll probably come to me in a minute.
My recommendation would be poppy seed, mandrake, and bone set. That's if you want to use stuff that's not poisonous. If you want to use stuff that's poisonous, go with what Birch said.
See, for me, bone set is Abre Camino. You know, so opening roads, but you can open bad roads too. People never think of the dual.
But bone set also causes confusion. That's why.
Yeah. Thank you. I have all that. Oh, good. Yeah, poppy seeds, definitely.
Poppy seeds are really good for a lot of things. Whether it's invisibility, night terrors, havoc.
Well, they can help.
Not super expensive.
They can help keep your target asleep. So you can do all that damage and they don't wake up and run over and turn on the light. Can we get a video on that?
No.
Maybe. I'm doing all my work right now towards level 3 and the teaching class. I'm going to do some more the way of plants, but I'm going to wait till a lot more people study the way of plants before I go further. But again, gumroad.com/witch school, which you can just hit my profile, Linktree, classes. You're there. Follow me, and you'll be notified when any class comes out. Now, level 3 and level 2 for September are open till the end of September, so you can join right now and get what you missed, which is one class so far. The other classes that are pre-recorded way ahead of time, you get like your whole batch of classes in one shot, probably around the 5th of the month. But as I'm shooting the level 3, as we go, you will be getting the classes spaced out through the month. Tormentilla, Boneset, and Asafoetida. Yeah, I I always say asafoetida, but asafoetida. There's a disagreement. I don't know.
I say asafoetida. That's a good one.
Yeah, it's a good one.
Yeah.
Devil's dung.
I'll tell you about asafoetida too. When you get it, the worse it smells, the fresher it is.
Yeah,
To me, it smells like butt and fish.
yeah.
It's just terrible. Terrible, terrible, terrible. But it's a spice that's from India and it's very effective.
And that's
I actually think it smells good. It makes my mouth water.
mine's your
Are
curry.
you serious?
Yeah, yeah, I like it.
Um,
What
well,
does that say about me? I don't know, but I like it.
and
I
that's
knew you were a freak.
oh hell yeah. That's one of the problems with following recipes. Recipes involving herbs and stuff. You really can't go, 1 cup of this, a quarter cup of that, because each batch is going to have a different potency. And
Yep.
depending on when you harvested it or where you harvested or what distributor you got it from, you can't really follow the exact recipe. You've got to. I hate to see say do what you feel, but sometimes you might have to feel your way through how much to use in each recipe.
Foraging, I mean, there's things you just can't get sometimes where you're at. And, foraging will always be the best thing. But I know some people, um, I've dried my stuff in the stove, I've dried it in dehydrators. And I'll tell you, the best way to dry stuff and not lose the potency is to either hang it or lay it out. It'll do its thing.
I've seen some people that have like the dehydration machines. Those are really good. You
Yeah,
can,
but if you overcook them,
yeah.
yeah, you
So,
can over dehydrate them.
hey, all y'all in the, all 10 of you in there, follow the eye of the cat. We need to get her up to 1,000 so she can jump in the box. This is my witch sister. We have the same witch mother, although my witch mother is her actual biological mother. And I call her my witch mother because she raised me in the craft. Me and Kelly there from the Eye of the Cat, and I'm sure that's who's on the other end of that. We went to high school together. Granted, I only went to like 3 classes at that high school until I realized it was too hard to get off campus once you were there. And then I did school till they kicked me out, basically.
Eye of the Cat is also guys. Have you seen the smears where people are making smears uh, for their candles that are carved, and it makes
Yeah,
the sigils and the symbols and the markings visible?
yeah. I just did a video like that the other day, and I was going to follow up and show how that the schmears are doing that same thing. And we
Yeah,
have like 4 of them in there.
yeah. And if I'm not mistaken, Eye of the Cat, hers does not stain.
Yeah. And Eye of the Cat is going to be, the place where you can get Uncle Birch's first book, written in 1989. At some point, we're going to figure that out. I may write something as I don't know, an intro or something like that, but I don't really want to change anything in the book because I want people to see who I was in 1989 compared to who I am now.
I think that's super cool.
Drastically different person. As it should be.
Well, as you see, I'm prepping 10 candles, so that lets you know what I'm doing.
Uh-huh.
Uh-huh. There's a class, you do a class on that, don't you?
Well, I believe if I was to guess, I would say that Bree's working on feeding on her enemies, which, of course, spiritual warfare, feeding on your enemies, is available at my Gumroad. You just hit go into my profile, hit the link tree, hit classes, it'll take you over there. You'll find it. I am working on, there's another 1 or 2 places that I might start posting classes in addition to Gumroad that, take less of my money. I think that's right. Eye of the Cat. Wait a minute. You do have it that okay. I guess the Eye of the Cat has $1,000.
Yay!
I've been pushing
She
for that.
doesn't need your charity.
I've been trying to get her $1,000.
She don't need your charity work.
Did not ever that happen. And look, the logo hasn't changed in all my years. Look at that over there. 45 years ago, that logo led me across Long Beach to find that fucking place that still, as far as I know, just says hermetic supplies and exotic herbs on the window.
Oh my gosh.
People figure it out.
Okay, it won't let me use my camera for some reason, but
Well, you got to turn it.
Bree, I want to send you some smear. I don't know how to get a hold of you.
I will message you. I will cash app you. I want what you got.
Okay.
I'll buy it. So after this live, I'll message you, okay?
Yeah, do you have my email address?
No, but I can write it down.
Okay, it's really easy. It's www.eyeofthecat.com. My email address is on there. I am shipping. It is like I was going to give you some at Hex. And then I didn't see you again before we left. I still have some for Sean.
Let's get it straight.
I'll take
the eyeofthecat.com or eye of the
Yeah,
cat?
the eyeofthecat.com.
Can I tell a little story time?
I tried
you
to
can.
Well, hold on. I tried to go to your shop one time to tell people about it. It was this long address, so I'm glad.
Yeah, so what happened, and I've been trying to fix it. It might be fixed now.
Okay.
Was I had during COVID, somebody kind of jacked my URL. And so I was using, just the standard Google one. And then they were not letting me put, once I got everything back up and on, they weren't letting me release theirs. So it should be done now. It should be that if you Google me, and then you click on go to website, it should actually take you to my website and not my Google face page.
So we were at Hex Fest, and listen, guys, it was hot. It was hot. Everybody was hot.
It was so hot.
And it was in between classes, and me and Birch, a bunch of us, I think, Daniel was there. And we walked outside, and there's this lady standing up against the street sign smoking a cigarette, and she just has no patience on her face. And I could tell that she's talking about something important and something that's bothering her. And I'm looking at her, and she looks at me, looking at her. We didn't know who each other were. And obviously she was talking about an issue within the community, the divide, a drama, whatever. And I said, are you okay? I mean, how do you handle this? And she looks at me, just a straight lace, didn't miss a beat. She says, kill him. And I'm like, and I'm cheering inside, and I'm thinking, I don't know who this person is, but I like her. Then Birch introduces us, and then voila, I'm a fan. Look at her laughing. She knows what I'm talking about.
I do. I remember. I just, you have to be done. So they have to die. And is it a physical death? No, but they have to die. They have to die in your mind and in your world. Our mother taught us this. Yes, Birch? She said, kill them.
Or a witch.
Well, that brings up a good question. So when you do banishment work, now this is my take on it. Whenever I do banishment work, they're done. In my mind, they're done. I absolutely break off all communications. I refuse to look, see, or hear. And that's just the way I do it.
Yes.
Daily I receive messages about the fuckery of certain people out there that continues to this day. It's like, I don't want it. I don't want to see the video. They get none of my attention. They're clearly giving me all of theirs. That's all I need. I will give them nothing to feed on, and I will continue to feed because they have no content without me and Bree and sometimes Spirit Witch too. Hey,
So
Hey, Rachel.
I'm just popping in real quick because I'm actually doing schoolwork right now. So I just wanted to
Hello,
pop in
Papa.
and say I want to apologise to Bree's daughter, and to Bree's loved ones for everything that I said about Bree, and anyone who my comments affected. Also want to say I'm really, really sorry. And I don't expect any response to it. I'm just popping in because I needed to do this. Just so you know that I really do mean this, and I fucked up.
I accept your apology with my whole heart. Thank you. I really appreciate that. And we'll leave that there, and it's in the past.
Okay.
It's done, and I'm good. Are you good? Are you okay, Rachel?
I'm working on myself. I need to do a lot of work on myself. But yeah, I'm good. But like I said, I just wanted to pop in. I saw you alive, and I've got to pop back out because I've really got to do this schoolwork.
Thank
So
you for popping in. Good
love
reason.
you all.
Love you.
Yeah,
Oh, I can't tell you how much that warms my heart that people actually apologize still and take accountability and responsibility.
well, I got to claim her. She's one of my kids.
Our
So
people do
yeah,
that. Do that shit.
been one of my kids for a long time too. But
Yeah.
I mean, that's lovely.
mad
Bree,
respect.
I'm sorry for what you went through. My God.
Woo-wee. It was rough.
Yeah. Yeah, well, I'm glad you're healing. I'm glad things are going better. That was upsetting. And I've met you twice. Do you know what I mean? And I still
Yeah.
felt.
I'm taking the be quiet, work in silence, and starve them out approach.
Yeah, that's the best thing to do.
I will say, in my life, when I've gone head to head with an individual, I normally fare real well. But nobody fares well when they're being dogpiled.
Right. Yeah, it started turning into a smear campaign, and
Yeah.
that's disappointing.
And
You know.
I'm going to say something to Birch. The support that I've received from Birch through all this, yeah, was amazing. Was absolutely amazing. And I don't think I may not have toughed it out if it had not been for Birch.
Oh, good. Well,
Because Birch would have lost respect for me if I would have folded.
No.
I would have lost respect for myself if I would have folded.
There's that.
I can't count how many times somebody has started a mob against somebody that was a friend of mine and expected me to join in. And I always say the same thing. Reason, evidence, fuck off. Show me the fucking receipts. Show me that they did that. I mean, I remember all the way back to like Yeshe Matthews, who I barely even know. They were attacking her. She was going to be at Hex Fest. Calling her a turf. It's like, okay, show me a turf thing that she said.
That's why he invited her to Hex Fest in the first place.
And that's why he invited her to Hex Fest. So sometimes people may think that things, are bad. It depends on where you are. If people weren't hating on me and going to New Orleans threatening Christian Day to deplatform me from Hexfest, I might not have been booked for Hexfest all these years while those people got deplatformed. So it doesn't always work out the way they think it's going to work out. But I got to tell you a story because Kelly's here. One time,
hey, I have to actually get in the car and drive away, which means I'm going to get disconnected. So can I watch this later when I get back? Will it still be on?
I'll probably post it on YouTube later, so it'll be on my YouTube channel.
Okay, cool, because I want to hear the story.
Well,
Kelly,
I'll stay with you as long as I can, but I'm driving in the car now.
I think it was the one. I don't know if we ever went to Long Beach any other time, and went to the Eye of the Cat where Mom was still alive, but Marta was there, and I was just kind of lurking around, and I knew that Judy didn't recognize me. I was kind of lurking around, just checking shit out, and then I hear from the back of the room, it's like, Igor? That was my name back then.
Connected to your phone and is
She's
reminding you
sitting
that
there at her
911
table,
is set to off.
and I wasn't asking for a reading. I wasn't seeking a reading. And Marta will be the first to tell you, I lose my shit in front of that woman.
You were like a sixth grader.
I was like a fucking fumbling fucking sixth grader, stuttering all my fucking words, and no person on earth can do that to me.
Damn it.
Except your mom. Next thing you know, I'm sitting down, and she's pulling fucking cards. And I didn't ask for a reading. And I didn't want to. I knew what I was going to do. And she goes, so, you got your own shop now? I go, yeah. And she goes, there's another shop in town? I go, yeah. And she goes, they're attacking you, huh? I go, yeah, they are, Mom. And she says, so you're thinking of throwing on them, aren't you? You're thinking of doing a hex, right? And I go, well, it's come to the point, Mom, where I think that might be what I have to fucking do. And she goes, no, absolutely, you will not fucking do that. You will anger them more and do what I taught you. You will feed upon them. Take their energy. Make it your fucking wealth. Make your shop successful on their energy. Feeding on your enemies is an elaboration of my mom's work. So I never want anybody to say, that I plagiarized Judith Dufresne.
You had to go there, didn't you? You had to go there, didn't you?
And I have been clear on that. I took an idea that she has. It's in Protection, Spells, and Charms by Jade. If you go to my Amazon influencer list, just Google me. It's, scroll down a bit. It's there. It's the first book in my recommended reading list, and you can get it to this day. And in Protection, Spell, I mean, it's a book like you're never going to see. Protection, Spells, and Charms by Jade also is teaching you how to hex them, how to counterattack, how to do all this other shit that's not necessarily protection, but really is protection on the grander scale of things. She has one of how to turn a bad situation into good. And that's all it is. And you'll find the sigil that I continue to give with that course to this day. It's an elaboration on my mom's work. I made it bigger, hopefully made it better. Sorry, Mom, don't fucking smite me. But that's what I was taught to do. It's like, here's what I have given you, make it your own and fucking redistribute it. And that's not plagiarism. You know how many times I see people out there putting 3 drops of blood on a lodestone to track something, knowing that they got that idea from me, and nobody ever gives me credit. I don't care. I'm not going to be like Dorothy Morrison.
God damn it.
Matter of fact, I saw the thing that Bree had in her book about the 3 keys of magic. And I know where she heard that first, but she had all of them. She had the other set of keys included to that, so it wasn't specifically the same thing that I said. But I wouldn't have cared anyway. It's just like, if I'm affecting the fucking craft as a whole, that's all I fucking care about. I sue anybody, none of that shit. So you hear me say something and it's going to benefit your fucking community, spread that out there. It just only adds to my power. Some of these authors, they're just looking at, copyrights and shit like that as being their power. It's like, no, the more people that spread your word, the more places that your word is, the more power you have. May not mean the more money you make off your fucking book, which, pennies on the fucking dollar that these authors are making. Wait, what's the book? The book is Protection, Charms, and Spells by Jade. You should find that on my Amazon list. If you just Google me, I should probably put the Amazon list in my link tree. You know what? Check my link tree. I probably did that and just forgot that I did that. But check my link tree. It might be in there, or you just Google Uncle Birch and you will find it. People have asked me for recommended books so many times that I started this list, and then that led to products, ritual tools, all kinds of things that I recommend. I really need to look at it because some of those businesses probably are defunct by now. It's been years since I've updated it all. The Occult Bitch, how are you? I've been reading The Occult Bitch is one of the I have two people that transcribed or have been transcribing my class. And I recently got to The Occult Bitch. And hopefully she's going to add some punctuation, periods and commas. It'd be great. If not, I'll go through that and add those before I give it to Marta, because if I give it to Marta like that, she's going to kill me. Kara Mia, how are you?
Hi, Kara.
Bethy, how are you? Uncle Birch and Bree answering random questions about witchcraft and magic. So far, Bree's been asking me. I'm doing great. How are you, Kara?
I'm doing good. Have you been back to Home Depot to see the animatronics?
Oh, yeah, she's been going there a lot.
Yeah.
Student of Birch and fangirl of Bree. Hey, Shannon Nicole, how are you?
Hey, Shannon. Hey, Doc.
Doc, hey, how are you? Which class are you in, Shannon? Ava, hello. I still haven't plugged them in all the Home Depot, but we went to a new Halloween store. Level 1, all right, cool. Well, now level 3 has launched. Actually, level 2 and 3 launched for September. People can hit the link tree under my profile, get over there to classes. You have until the end of September to sign up, or it really just fucks shit up and I have to fix a bunch of stuff. Finally got chili today. I'm ready to go Halloween shopping. Sapphire Queen, where the hell are you that it got chili?
We're just.
I mean, today's, it's nice.
Less sucky than usual.
Yeah, we are less sucky than usual. It's nice.
Yeah.
You haven't seen me pour water over my head for the entire broadcast. So.
And the ice packs for you.
Keisha's in level 1. Right on. Yeah. Yeah, I don't have to have an ice pack to charge my phone right now. Yeah, we're taking questions. What we've been doing. Ask Uncle Birch. Ask Bree. What you got? Ohio. Wow, it's getting chilly in Ohio. Go figure. Well, I mean, it's almost officially fall. 68 degrees this morning.
Pretty north of us.
Yeah. Is the meter on? Uncle Birch coming to you live to New Orleans. Breeze in Florida. Just, went through a hurricane about a week ago. Everything is fine. Any plans, rituals, spells for Halloween? Well, I usually, we always work with our ancestors, kind of a private thing, but also we got to do Halloween.
Well, our friend is having a party.
Yeah, so we got to go. We got to go over the crazy bridge across the river to Araby, or wait, where is it?
No,
Algiers Point, where our friends are doing a party there. And trick-or-treating.
They have really good trick-or-treating.
Yeah, they're really good. It's one of the best places for trick-or-treating. Yeah. So usually we just do our neighborhood, and it's usually pretty cool. Do you recommend casting a circle every time you do a spell work? Think of it this way. Sympathetic magic, like attracts like. Like attracts like on the spiritual plane. Opposites attract on the physical plane. The circle is putting us in between the physical and the spiritual plane. So sometimes, like, if we're not working in a circle, you try it out sometimes. Sometimes doing a magic that looks like the opposite effect works differently outside a circle. So again, on the spiritual plane, like attracts like. On the physical plane, opposites attract.
I don't always cast a circle. That is actually a Wiccan practice, but it's not a bad practice. It's actually also it can be very in ceremonial or in rituals. It kind of will get you in the space. A lot of people like to cast with a salt circle, and that really just that depends on what kind of workings you're doing. Some will do the invisible line of or casting a circle. I prefer when I do it, I hollow the compass. That's what I do. I have a staff. I use a staff, and I drop the staff at all four directions. So that's similar but different. Somebody had asked about the best herbs for beauty magic. My top three would be hibiscus, calendulum, and jasmine.
Yeah. Sapphire Queen asked, do you rotate the cash in your money bowl? I know it likes to circulate, but it feels weird. Yes. Usually I've got like, it's a money, it's a salt bowl with a lot of money in it. And the salt here in New Orleans with all the humidity, it tends to get hard. So it becomes like this hard fucking thing. I just keep adding to it. So I rotate the money that sticks out. I'm not going to take apart that thing, but I do rotate it. I tend to, for that kind of money bowl, especially with the salt, I don't use cash. I use coins of various countries. Coins, magic follows the same laws as electricity. We need a conductive material to make the thing happen. Unless we count the magnetic strip in a $20 bill and up, there's nothing conductive in a bill. Now, a silver dollar, sure. I got a Bitcoin. I got a copper Bitcoin. Marta got it for me before anybody knew what a Bitcoin was for our copper anniversary because it had a B on it. And it's a fucking physical Bitcoin. So it represents, digital money. So have things representing money all over the world. And I have a thing called, that represents digital money too.
In my money bowl, I use salt and rice and money herbs, which is catnip, basil. I generally like to use at least three. Vast majority, I do use coins, but I also use paper money, but I make sure that the paper money is rolled up towards me. And that is actually more for the visual effect. And I keep money going into the money bowl. Now, once it gets full of money, I don't take that money and use it for myself.
Yeah.
I generally donate it. I give it to someone face to face. And it's never failed me. Spirit has always guided me when I needed to do that. But then I'm right back at it. And same, if I come across any Canadian or pesos or whatever, yeah, it's definitely going in the money bowl. Do you guys remember here recently on the quarters, they printed bats on the back of a quarter? I got as many of those as I can. If you come across coins that have animals on them, they should go in your money bowl or they should go to your ancestor offerings. That's just a suggestion.
I'm looking. Bats. No bats. Birds, no bats. Damn. Well, I'm glad you mentioned the catnip. I hadn't thought of catnip. And we have this hydroponic system in the house for like lettuce and, salad stuff growing. And I put catnip in there. And the fucking thing's nuts. It's taken over. I have to bring it out and transplant it outside because it's too fucking big. Our blind ass cat decided he doesn't like catnip anymore.
Oh.
I need to use that shit for something. That's a good idea.
Yeah.
Bat. Yeah. No, nothing. I checked my left pocket where all the money is. No bats on my quarters. I never seen one. A bat quarter.
Yeah.
Huh. My cat would probably destroy the money bowl if I could put catnip in it. Bats were the new Samoa quarter. Oh my God. Where
The
the
bat.
When did those come out? And why?
I'm blind. I can't see. I just found it this year.
Wow.
Yeah.
Eclectic Witch 48. Hey, how are you? Curly Doxy to my money. Interesting.
So you know the spell that I'm working on, getting prepared for tonight?
Yeah, I think I got it.
I literally have 2 Post-it notes full of names. The first time I did it, the Post-it note wasn't full. I have 2 Post-it notes that are full.
Well, I usually do it like we just learned it in level 3, and I don't really need names. Whoever's sending, I'm doing that to it.
Well, I did put a carte blanche at the end. All who have spoken ill of me.
I think that's in the spell, isn't it?
Listen, I took so many notes in that class. You hush. There was 7 pages of notes. An hour and 20-minute video took me over 2 hours because I kept pausing it. Listen, guys, if you think you're going to take one of Birch's class and just watch it, if you got an excellent memory, good on you. Me, I kept pausing, and it's really super cool because you can pause it, write what you got to go, and keep going. Or you can hit the little 10-second rewind button on it if you didn't catch it the first time. But you have to take his notes. You have to take notes in Birch's class. There's way too much information, and everything falls into line. And that's what
talking about spiritual warfare, feeding on your enemies, which is one of the more elaborate spells I've ever taught. But you can get over there to gumroad.com/witchschool, WITCHSKEWL.
What the fuck is this?
I love her.
Stepped on something.
Every day I step on the same fucking thing.
Or if you're on TikTok, you get under my profile, hit the link tree, hit classes, it'll take you over there. Spiritual warfare, feeding on your enemies. It's been really popular for got a couple years now here on TikTok. For some reason, I have no idea why it would be so popular. Maybe because TikTok is toxic. Maybe TikTok's.
What was Marta talking about? What was she raising hell about?
She stepped on, so she got bare feet and she stepped on something.
My feet are like really sensitive. I'm like the Princess and the Pea. And so I step on like the tiniest little pebble and it just kills me.
Well, there's these weird nuts that are on the cypress tree next door, and the squirrels eat them and they drop pieces of them all over our yard. They're always just like razor sharp, spikes. You step on them every damn time. They come in, we track them in the house.
I cleaned an area of the fridge just now, but you and I need to clean the entire fridge on Monday.
Okay.
It's nasty.
Nasty.
It, like, spills. And so because I did that little thing, can you please make me a drink?
Bree just went pause. I was going to ask her,
Oh, no.
Talk to the people. I'll be right back.
Okay.
Okay. Mandy is in here, and Mandy, do you mind if I share a portion of our story? Do you mind? I'll be very delicate. I'm going to wait for your answer, Mandy. Okay. Guys, if you're not following Mandy, you absolutely should. Mandy actually come into my life a little over a year ago. She had reached out to me for some spell work. I did divination, and there was a whole lot going on. And I said, hey, listen, I can do this for you, but you're going to have to do this. Hi, Nola. And I said, this is not going to happen quickly. It's not going to happen in the time frame that you want. But this is what you got to do. And once you do this, you're going to know to do that. And so I want you to understand, sometimes when you're really far down that rabbit hole or in that dark place, and there's a lot of things to do, you know, a lot of times spell work is not one and done. It can be a year long, 6 months, or a couple of years worth of work. But once you come on the other side of it, you're a changed individual. You're not the same person. And Mandy took my advice, but she did the work. I did the initial spell work, but she studied, she did the spell work, she rose up above the situation that she was in, and she is winning. She is winning. It was one of the hardest and saddest situations, and I say that with love, Mandy, but I've never seen anybody fight as hard for their self as she did. And guys don't know this, but she is a testament of her own workings and the spell work that she's done for herself. And I'm so proud of you. So proud of you. Yeah. She got her comeuppance, I'll tell you that. She sure did.
Baby steps.
But yes, not all. If you have a serious issue in your life, not one spell is always going to do it. You're going to have to do multiple spell works.
Well, some of them...
oh, here we go.
When people don't have the 3 keys down, you know, relaxation, concentration, and projection. If you're not good at projection, you're not going to let go of the spell. Sometimes they manifest way later, and because you didn't let go of it. And then, you know, I have like spells that I did when I was an adolescent that didn't manifest till my 20s, and some of those were a pain in the ass once they manifested. Now, I wasn't in that position to have that kind of life anymore, but they manifested. And I've always talked a bit about the secret 4th key of magic. And the secret 4th key of magic is I've had a great many amounts of spells not manifest until I declared that they did not. Until I declared them failures. And then all of a sudden they happen. It's kind of like, I think it's related to the 3rd key of magic. Somehow I hadn't let go of it. But declaring it a failure was the ultimate letting go. And then all of a sudden it fucking manifested. I've had so many of those where I just said, nope, didn't work. As soon as I said didn't work, fucking thing worked. So I don't know if that's going to help you in your practice. Just, you know, at a certain point say, nope, didn't work. And see what happens.
No, I'm not going to do that one. But you're also, you're an anarchist and you're a huge advocate. So that's in a line with you. It's not in a line with what I do. So that may work for you, but it's not going to work for me. Because if I do that, it's red, you know, it's a big red sign.
Murphy's Law of Witchcraft. Okay, I like that. One. April. See, wait. I always check. God damn it! I thought maybe I'm following April on my other account. I thought I was following April. All right, now I'm following April. Damn it! On this account. For the longest time, they limited who I could follow on this account and Uncle Birch 9. Haven't done a whole lot of work on Uncle Birch 8, but also follow me on Uncle Birch 8 and Uncle Birch 9. Still fighting for Uncle Birch 7, we'll see. And then, of course, there's Uncle Birch 4 and 5, still fighting on those. They have not accepted my appeal on all those accounts, but somehow, other people have their accounts suddenly appear again and can get into them. So I haven't we'll try and get those. Some comments on this live were filtered to protect the community's experience. Oh, damn!
Protect your experience.
I missed those. Maybe they were good. Crazy it takes so long to review it. Yeah. Well, I found that, for accounts, I found when I get a video recorded, if I appeal right away, I get a quicker response. But it's like if I get a video reported in the middle of the night, don't appeal it for several hours, it takes like most of the day to get a response. So. Yeah, no. I mean, Uncle Birch 7, 4, and 5. The appeals were rejected, but I've heard countless people out there that even though their accounts were permanently banned, they went back to them one day. And there they were. I mean, for the longest time, Uncle Birch 2 was out there. I was trying to get into that account, and then now there's no content under that account. It's definitely dead. But for the longest time, it's just out there with all the content that I had put on Uncle Birch 2. And, as I'm now at Uncle Birch 9, you can kind of guess how long ago that was. Uncle Birch. I mean, once upon a time, there was just Uncle Birch. That account's lost a long time. I think that was like 72,000 when it got taken down.
Yeah, that episode back.
That was back, and that was for you.
That was in the beginning.
That was for you. That was when I was battling the Christians on TikTok, and that's who took me down. The Christians realized that they found witch talk, and it became a big thing. Them coming over here and attacking all the witches they could, and I drew their ire on purpose. I butted my heads against them on purpose, and they purposefully came and fucking took my account down. So that's a badge of honor. The ones that were taken down by fellow witches, by the Santa Muerte community, that's not such a badge of honor. That's showing the fuckery within our community.
There's always been a divide. Sadly to say, there's always been a divide within our community. It's not the path or the practices, it's the individuals.
Yeah. And apparently it was that way all the way back to the cunning folk. They were like that too. But we live in a time of Christian nationalism. We live in a time where people, and this is like a decade old almost now, where people can deny making a cake for a same-sex couple because of their strongly held religious belief.
Yeah, that's bullshit right
that was, that's when we lost the turkey.
Yeah.
Now I have to tell you the story.
That you heard from me.
That I heard from Marta. It's a book from Beirut to Lebanon.
From Beirut to Jerusalem.
Oh, from Beirut to Jerusalem.
A writer called Thomas Friedman.
Thomas Friedman, he ends up on CNN lately for different stuff.
Yeah, he used to be a New York Times
He had this book about it was an old Bedouin legend, and the patriarch of the tribe, he had heard that eating fresh turkey increased the man's longevity and his benefits. So he gets a turkey. He's feeding the turkeys, taking care of the turkeys. Gonna eat the turkey someday. And then one night somebody steals his turkey. And he calls his sons forward. He said, "Sons, a great evil has befell our family this night. Somebody stole my turkey. You need to get my turkey back." And the sons laughed. They said, "Oh, old man, what do you need a turkey for?" And then next day, somebody stole his camel. He calls his sons forward and says, "Sons, our family is in great danger. Get my turkey." Next day, his daughter gets SA'd and unalive. Calls his sons forward and says to me, says, the day that we let them take my turkey is the day that we lost everything. Yeah. When they realized that they could take my turkey, they could take everything from us. We should have gotten back my turkey. Yep. So when I need to tell you that story because often you will refer or you'll hear Uncle Birch say, we need to get back the turkey.
We always say like, okay, they
Trump,
took our turkey.
Trump is America's turkey. Or I mean, Trump took America's turkey.
What'd you say? What'd you say?
When Trump took our turkey, we lost everything. But when they were able to use their strongly held religious beliefs to publicly discriminate against a same-sex couple, and we let it pass, we lost everything. That was the turkey. And I said this for a fucking decade now, and people called me paranoid. They said I was too extreme. I said, after that happened, it will just be a matter of time until one of these suckers comes along and said it would be a violation of my strongly held religious belief for me to be forced to suffer a witch to live. Greg Locke's here now, y'all. Yeah. This has happened. We have pastors calling for all gay people to be lined up and executed. We've gone way beyond my paranoia, people. Go ahead, Bree. I've been ranting.
Okay. Actually, I want Marta to hear this, okay?
He's hearing it.
And Beth, no, I don't know about Project 2025. So I am really good with patterns. I'm really, really good with patterns and recognizing them. Marta, have you noticed that the pictures that they've been, when they do a news story and it has Trump in it, have you noticed that the pictures are getting better and better? And then I'm like, well, why would they use better pictures of Trump if they already know? They already know. Have you noticed that?
No, I haven't.
You'll notice it now.
Okay, yeah, I haven't watched much TV news. I usually read it, but yeah, I'll definitely keep an eye out.
I think that the most recent one I saw was like a meme. It was Joe Biden riding a bike waving at you, and then Trump in his golf cart with his huge, was it 250?
It's an unflattering picture. Anybody can get an unflattering picture. But see, I think those memes are propaganda. They make those to incite someone to feel and think something, and I'm going to say this. I think America is one of the worst countries that push propaganda onto their citizens. Yep. To think, to feel, to incite fear.
Except for Russia.
I didn't bring that up. You did.
I saw a big piece of propaganda the other day that was designed to discredit fact checkers.
Yeah.
This really obvious thing about people who save their bacon grease, which we all know that everybody saves their bacon grease.
I save it.
And then it put a little thing below it that said, fact checkers claim this isn't true. And all these people are up in arms about it because, of course, everybody saves their bacon grease. It took me a minute to look it up and see that was somebody who planted that thing that said fact checkers find it false. So, and it worked. The first person who posted was this is why I never trust fact checkers. And that's what it was designed to do, was so that you see all that fact checker stuff and just be that's bullshit.
Yeah. Well,
major propaganda.
One thing I have to say about that, I think it's more of a Southern thing. I never knew anybody in California that saved their bacon grease.
We do.
But in Southern, I remember I saw a woman. It's like, you throw that bacon grease away, I'm going to stab you in the eye with a fork.
Well, I know people save it in California too.
Really?
Not necessarily even to cook with it, but because you're not supposed to put it down the drain. So
what do they end up doing with it?
They probably put it in a jar and throw it out. But they do put it in a jar.
Yeah, but still, it's going to be grease in a landfill,
I know.
Jar's going to break, but it makes them feel better, I guess.
Supposedly just really bad for the pipes and stuff.
It's kind of like reduce, reuse, recycle. It feels so good saying that, even though they don't fucking recycle.
Yeah.
Half the shit we put in our blue fucking bins doesn't get recycled, and it should be. Every city could make money off of it, but they just...
It was a huge shock to me that they don't recycle glass here.
Yeah, they don't recycle glass here. But there's a special place you can take it to, and they
go to Tulane.
They're turning the glass back into sand to put on our shores and our levees and that kind of shit.
Also some student project at Tulane where they're taking it too. But
by eclectic wish.
Yeah, in general, they don't recycle it. Isn't that crazy?
That's crazy.
Is that why you get cans now?
Well, they don't have like big bottles.
Oh.
They like the Whole Foods that we used to go to in California. They'd have a big bottle, and I would get the big bottles. But they have small bottles. It's like I gotta get more of them. But these have the large cans. Yeah, it's not why.
No, even when you have a smaller can, you still use a can.
I mean, I really, if they had better stuff in bottles, it'd probably be better because cans are probably gonna give you Alzheimer's earlier.
Yeah, bacon grease is liquid gold. Normally what we do is we have it's a tin can with a lid and a screen in it. So you can screen, what's the word I'm trying to... Anyway, what's the word? I can't find it. Anyway, when you strain your grease and then you let it solidify and then you can put it in the refrigerator, and bacon grease goes a long way. And it's great flavor.
Especially like maple bacon.
Somebody
I definitely want to save that grease. Use
bacon grease to make a roux. Use that instead of the oil.
Oh, yeah.
I want to try that.
Bacon grease to fry an egg is the best.
Like next time I make gumbo, I can use bacon grease and see how it
Making a roux is an important skill around these parts.
Yeah.
Uncle Birch coming to you live from New Orleans.
Do you have a question for me, Uncle Birch? I need Marta gumbo. I like that. I need a Marta gumbo.
As soon as it gets cold, I'm going to do it.
Right?
Yeah.
It's too hot to cook.
I know.
It's still hot here.
Yeah.
Do you collect your stormwater? Like, you're the only ones that's had a hurricane this year.
Yes. It was actually really special. I did. As a matter of fact, I sure did. And this was during a hurricane on a super blue moon.
Nice. You put any alcohol in it?
If I'm going to keep it for a period of time, I will put a couple of drops of alcohol in it. But if I'm going to use it in a spiritual bath, but that I'm not.
Yeah. You're going to use that pretty quick.
Mojo.
What?
I put the almonds on the island.
Yeah.
And I just hope he's not eating them.
Did you put them far enough back on the island?
I got distracted by the fridge and I cleaned it, so I don't remember where I left the almonds.
I'm going to go check. I'll be back.
My mom knows how to make really good roux.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah.
I just started learning when we moved here. And I learned some tips and tricks. First it was harder, and then people told me to put it in the oven, and it'll help it, brown a lot faster. So I do that now, and that's been a huge help.
the right pan and a silicone whisk. Yeah.
Oh,
Yep.
okay. Yeah, I'll try that. Oh. Marching band.
Sure.
Poor Mojo.
Either that or, well, there's a ship.
Yeah.
Marching band sounds really far away.
Well, I'll say marching band or ship.
Could be a band on the ship because they sound farther away than we have streets.
Yeah.
They can be on charter. I have.
I wish I had smears for my candles.
Yeah.
Damn it!
Get some.
I forgot to ask you for a little more juice. It's kind of strong.
Well,
Okay.
as
Stop
our
the drinking?
son discovered the juice, I think your next drink will be more of a mojito.
You drink it?
Yeah.
We have to
It's a
teach
little
him
bit
to
left.
control himself a little bit.
A little bit. Yeah. We haven't bought juice in a few days.
I mean,
so
I don't
crazy.
I don't mind that he drinks it,
Yeah.
but he's just like he'll drink the whole thing in one day.
Yeah.
So, yeah, self-control.
Still, your Ukrainian ass can handle a strong drink.
I'm trying not to drink as much.
It's fucking Saturday. What's the problem?
Okay.
Listen, when you guys drink in New Orleans, Jesus, and you're sweating so much, it's like drinking water.
She's hydrating.
It's hydrating.
It's in
Yeah.
there. There's ice that already melted, so there's water. It's all good.
Yeah, the weather is awesome.
It is nice today.
Isn't
I
it?
don't know. I mean, it's supposed to be like 93.
The
but,
high was
you know,
supposed
nice
to be
breeze.
93.
It's all good. Love it.
89.
89?
Yeah.
That's like winter here.
All right. So Mandy has 3 sealed gallons of Blue Moon water.
Damn.
That's a lot of moon water.
Yeah.
That's a lot.
I would add a little bit of alcohol to the stuff you're not going to use right away, or it's going to turn all ucky.
So that's a good question. Does moon water expire? Yes, it does. Yes, it does.
Oil holds a charge longer than water. That I will say.
What's your favorite oil to work with when you're brewing?
It's changed over the years. I've been using grapeseed for a few years now. That seems to do pretty well.
I think jojoba's good too.
Well, jojoba, you got to mix it.
Oh, really?
It's like, jojoba turns waxy.
Oh, it
but
separates?
Jojoba,
Oh, shit.
if you mix jojoba with an oil, like you could mix it with grapeseed,
Yeah.
it'll keep it from going rancid. But
Well, that's why I use jojoba in the first
But I
place.
usually use amber bottles, so that keeps it from going rancid. It's the ultraviolet that does that. But when I have a shop and I'm making an oil, it's in a clear bottle because I usually like to add a color to it because people want colored oils. So those don't last as long.
Yeah. One of my favorite oils for baneful is black walnut. It's kind of expensive, so when I make that for my personal stock. I also like working with castor oil and grapeseed oil. Those are my 3 favorites. I think my jojoba. I use that more. It's expensive, so I don't use it a lot. But if I'm going to make a beauty product, that's the oil I'm going to use for that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Jojoba kind of turns like kind of waxy. It's better for like soaps kind of thing.
And I'm gonna tell you right now, and it's just my experience. And if you like it, that's great. But probably my least favorite is olive oil. That's my least favorite.
Olive oil absorbs most of the things you're going to put in it. Like I might use olive oil for like a strega thing or something like that, but definitely not for getting the scent of the herbs that I put in it,
something more neutral.
they just kind of get lost and the
Yeah.
olive oil smell takes over.
Yeah.
I'll use almond oil for myself because I don't have any allergies.
Yeah.
But I wouldn't use it to sell.
I think like the Magical Formulary, I think their main base oil was mineral oil. And mineral oil, it kind of smells like baby oil.
I don't think so.
Okay. It has a similar smell.
You smell like baby oil.
You smell like baby oil, baby.
All right, Mom and Dad, stop fighting. And there's animal fat oil. Unless you're around somebody that processes animals, that is a very short-lived product. That's almost like a one and done. And yeah, I'm gonna straight up tell you right now, it ain't gonna smell pretty no matter what you do to it.
Crystal and fishing line? You got a fucking
Devil Wears Prada.
Devil Wears Prada fucking reference?
Yeah.
And I'm not gay, but I got the reference.
Yeah.
I watch all those girly movies with her.
Yeah.
Ask me about Legally Blonde. I can answer any question.
Yeah.
Really? Are you serious?
That's funny. Oh my God. Coconut oil. I mean, it can be good for stuff, but coconut oil has a scent that tends to take over most things, and it becomes like solid if you get it cold.
Yeah, definitely. I have some in a jar in my bathroom, and when it's like right now, it's total liquid.
Yeah.
And then a couple months from now, it'll be a total solid.
Yeah. Coconut oil is good to use with beeswax if you're going to make a balm or a salve, a healing. Coconut is good for healing.
Yes. We agree.
Oh my gosh.
Uncle Birch coming to you live from New Orleans. Bree's coming to you live from Florida. We're answering random questions about magic and stuff. Shea butter. Yeah. I mean that would be better. Like again, for a salve, something like that, for shea butter, I would use it for like an oil. Wouldn't break down well enough. Gems 22. Hello. Didn't see you there, so just trying to say hello to people. Trinity Rain, I don't think I ever said hello. Yeah, thanks for following me. Be sure and after you follow me, hit the little bell thing to know when I go live, because it happens pretty damn often. Also, I got Uncle Birch 8, or no, Uncle Birch 9 can go live. So that's always a backup. You want to follow that one. So if anything ever happens over here, we'll pop up over there. Uncle Birch 8 is growing very slowly, so be sure and follow us.
Glowing very slowly.
Yeah, be sure and follow us over there. Uncle Birch 8. So Uncle Birch 8 is me. Uncle Birch 9 is me. Uncle Birch 666 is me. 7, 4, and 5 are also me, but those are in negotiation at this time to see if I get those accounts back. Clearly, I am tenacious and don't give up. So they can take whatever they want. I'll just start more accounts. According to TikTok law, you can have 8 active accounts at any time. You're not
really?
Yes, you're not violating TikTok's policy with 8 accounts or under.
All right, Unicorn asks, what is the best thing to cleanse your third eye besides a cleansing bath? Meditation.
Moonlight. Full moon. Triangle. Hands. Catch the moon in the triangle. Tilt your head until 3 beams of light come from the moon through the triangle of your hand and hit your third eye. Hold for as long as possible, and then repeat. It'll charge your third eye.
I love him. I love Birch.
Well, love you back. Bree has third eye oil. Oh, Bree's third eye oil. Yeah, use that too. Unicorn, thank you. You're welcome. Bella became the number 5 member on the team. Wow. Still don't know where this team is, but welcome to the team. Unicorn, thank you. You're welcome. And trust me, if I wasn't broke, I'd buy it. The correct phrase is, when I'm not broke, I will buy it. Thank you. You're welcome. Great job. You've done live for 90 minutes. Don't forget to. Fuck are you, TikTok? Who you think you're dealing with? A noob? 90 fucking minutes. Fuck.
Has it really been an hour and a half?
Yes, according to TikTok. It's like, I hate people that give me praise for simple deeds, man. TikTok, come on. I do 90 minutes of my damn sleep, man. Come on. Check her Etsy. It's very affordable. You got an Etsy page? Is that what it is?
Yeah. Charming Creek Co.
Say it again.
Charming Creek Co. It's on Etsy. It's actually also if you click the link tree in my bio, it'll take you straight to my Etsy shop. It was mine and Stormy's Etsy shop.
Yeah, I knew you had a shop. I just didn't know it was on Etsy.
Yeah.
I never really clicked with Etsy. It's like people, maybe there was a place to set a minimum order that I missed, but I'd have people like order a cup of cascarilla, $1.50.
$1.50.
I got to go to the fucking post office for $1.50? Really?
Yeah, we now have like a $3 minimum in our shop.
Yeah, I don't think when I started there was one, or I didn't find it, but we didn't have a minimum order, and people would just like order this, like $1.50.
Well, I have a question. Do you think that you and Marta will open up a metaphysical shop in New Orleans?
I absolutely think so. When funds are available, based on watching my friends.
Yeah.
It's something that when I have the funds to do, I should do. It's another source of income. I got my friends from Canada, Sassy Magic, are taking the fucking town over.
They're opening
another goddamn shop.
That's an amazing shop.
In California, the model was that most businesses did not make a profit for 10 years. That was built into the business plan.
And they opened their shop last October.
Yeah.
And they're opening the new one this October.
So in a year,
Royal Street.
In a year, they're opening another fucking shop. So
yeah. When I heard about it, and it was like, it's like American Horror Story meets Hello Kitty. I'm like, okay. And I wasn't sure about that. But once I went there, I'm like, whoa, because it is that, but it's so good. It has pop culture and it has old world, and it was just, they married those two in a really good way. And I think they got a great business model, obviously.
Absolutely.
What do I know?
And
just that bitch.
So absolutely, as soon as I have the money to throw at such a project,
absolutely. You're gonna leave me at home all day.
I'm not going to. That's the thing. I'm not going to be there all day. I have Shannon and Sean and Sassy Magic. Yeah, they all work there. Moise didn't do that. Christian Day doesn't do that. They don't have to. And that was the one thing about my shop in Santa Cruz. Like, I had to be there all the time. People would see me on YouTube. They would come to the shop. They'd be all bummed out if I wasn't fucking there. None of my friends seem to have to do that. And there's money on the table that I'm letting fucking go. I have the name to make a thing like that happen. And I have all of the best advice in this area. It's Christian Day alone tell me everything I fucking need to do to make a shop in the French Quarter successful.
Well, you can talk to Sean now too.
Yeah, and then Sean
obviously
and Shannon
made
Gone Wild.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Gone Wild.
Yeah, they've apparently learned a whole lot enough to open a fucking another shop within
year
a
later.
year. It's unheard of. And I was trying to, like, you know, when they first started out and business was slow, I was saying, you know, when I started my shop, the model was that you would not make a profit for 10 years.
And it's
I
not,
just don't know. That's not the model here, apparently.
It's not an affordable area. I mean,
it's the most expensive place.
Prime real estate.
Yeah.
Prime
it's
rent.
the most expensive real estate. And, I mean,
like Decatur and Royal.
I mean, not only that, so they have the shop, they have an apartment above the shop, and then now another shop.
Yeah.
So clearly they're doing well. So I just need to hang out with all of my friends that are doing well and absorb all of the information they have. So again, as soon as I have some money to throw at that, I absolutely should throw at that, because it's money sitting on the table that's wasting away. I have the name. It happened. So it is something that should happen. Yes.
Crystal, when I was in New Orleans, I wish I would have reached out to you. I would have really have loved to have met you.
You'll have me to work. Okay. We'll see if, you know, I'm sure I'll need a manager.
Yeah, we definitely need a manager.
And that's the thing. I do not want to hang out at a witch store all day. It felt really cool because I grew up that way and I was raised to own a witch store. It felt cool for a while. But, you know, 20 years of that in Santa Cruz, we didn't want to be in Santa Cruz anymore. The goal had been at my brick and mortar to eventually not have to own the brick and mortar. My goal was to make my living off the internet. And then I'm not locked into the cost of living of any particular locale. But I'm not locked into that cost of living. But here, where we are, that is one of the main fucking markets. That and drinking.
And we're not locked into the cost of living here either.
Yeah. If we could do like a cult shop / bar. That would probably be making all the fucking money in this town.
A speakeasy.
Nobody has done that.
We gotta do something different.
I mean, we moved to Grass Valley, California, because we were supposed to open
a witch-easy.
Yeah, a witchy.
Oh, I like it.
But we were supposed to. We moved to Grass Valley, California, from Santa Cruz because we were going to open a brewery called the Witch's Brew. Kind of like my shirt, but not them. And me and Marta went to brewing school. We learned how to brew beer, how to brew ales, how to brew stouts, how to brew IPAs, all of this stuff for this project that never fucking went anywhere after we moved to the fucking ass crack of California, where the Trump supporters and the meth heads roam. But it was necessary to get us out of Santa Cruz. But there still is that. And now that Marta just said what she said.
I don't know how hard it is to get a liquor license here.
Oh, fuck.
What?
You better copyright that with Jeezy.
It ain't hard to get a liquor license here. I mean, when we lived in Santa Cruz, there was a certain amount of liquor licenses available.
But I think that's what they have here.
No, I don't think that.
Okay.
I don't think so.
Okay.
Especially in the quarter.
Okay.
I think there is an infinite amount of liquor licenses
and we could,
in the French
if we
Quarter.
wanted to, we could just have beer, wine, and mead, and not even have hard liquor. We just have mead and wine and ale. Super easy to serve. We don't need like a bartender.
I love this show. This show is bringing me things. I hope this is helping the community, but the ideas that are coming into my head are very valuable and wouldn't have happened if we weren't doing this. So, hey, Nikki, how are you?
April had said something about a head shop and a metaphysical shop. Actually, there's a really good, cool shop in Ohio called Apothecary, and right beside it is a head shop, and very successful. They walk out one door and walk in the other door, and there's a lot of green witches out there. It's there.
And if we want what, I don't see why we can't call it Witch's Brew. It's not like she owns the
No.
name.
No. And nobody owns that. So I remember one time I did Love Potion number 3. And there's people out there that apparently patented the name Love Potion number 9. And they threatened to sue me. And I replied to them. I said, may this shameful abuse of our ancestors visit you 1,000 times. The fact that they patented Love Potion number 9 when it wasn't theirs really pissed me off. So I never changed mine. And it was Love Potion number 3, so there's not really a lot they could have done anyways. But damn, a bar with a little nook that is a shop. And drunk people buy that kind of shit.
BYOB is bring your own bottle.
Bring
That's
your
what.
own brew.
Bring your own brew.
All right, guys, I gotta bolt. So, thank you for having me on.
Thanks for coming on.
All right, guys.
Having a bit.
Huh?
Bye, Bree.
Bye, Marta. Keep witching. Bye, guys.
Well, this video will probably be up on YouTube in a couple hours. It's got a process and that kind of thing. But it could end up being historical, this particular broadcast. The ideas that came up fascinate me, and that's all I need. I need the idea to be fascinating, and then I can make shit happen. If it's boring, not so much. Can't do that. Yes, thank you, Unicorn. It's been a great live. I think I'm going to get out of here, too. But I'm going to go get out of here and think about some of the shit that just came up here. Because there's money on the table that I am leaving on the table. I have the name, I have the face, I can make the shit happen, and I need to make more shit happen constantly. Thank you for joining us on Ask Uncle Birch, and of course, Unicorn knows what I was going to say. Merry meet, merry part. Merry meet again, y'all.